Have you ever put your whole heart and soul into a relationship only to be met with silence and indifference? In a world where everyone wants love and attention, it can feel like our efforts are ignored. But what if every time you showed affection, it was not only received but also treasured as something truly special? What if every word you spoke was not only heard, but eagerly anticipated and seen as precious words of love? Today, I want to invite you to continue with me as we look into the power of old Stoicism and find easy but powerful ways to use it in modern life and in our relationships with others. Let's look at 9 powerful Stoic strategies that will change how you see yourself and how others see you. By the end of this video, you won't just be a grain of sand in the vast desert. You'll know how to attract people to you and earn their respect, admiration, and appreciation everywhere you go. Please help us out by clicking the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and stay with us until the end. Everything here could awaken a deep part of you. Let's begin. Number 1. Be true to yourself. In our search for love and respect, we sometimes forget to be true to ourselves, not pay attention to a basic truth. Our honesty is our best quality. Epicurus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "If you want to be a writer, write." This simple advice speaks to a deeper principle that applies to all parts of life, being true to ourselves in everything we do. Being authentic is more than just recognizing who we are. It means making a commitment to always aligning our actions and choices with our true selves in a world where conformity often seems like the easiest thing to do. Being true to yourself not only makes you stand out, but it also makes your relationships and exchanges better. Take a deep look at your daily life, both at work and in your personal life. Think about how often your actions and words are based on what other people want you to do instead of what you really think and feel. Giving up these outside pressures and living in line with your true feelings and views is what it means to be authentic. Being genuine not only makes your own life better, but it also draws people to you. People naturally like and trust people who are sincere and honest, which is what being genuine does for you. Build stronger, more meaningful ties and relationships that will last. Think back to a time when you felt like you had to change your ideas or interests to fit in with other people. Now, think about a time when you were free to be yourself without worrying about what other people would think. Remember the freedom and liberation you felt when you were truly yourself. These 2 very different experiences show how deeply living truthfully can change your relationship with others and your sense of self. Being authentic means letting your true personality shine through, showing off a unique and distinctly yours personality. It's not just about being different, it's about being comfortable and confidently yourself, which not only earns respect from others, but also makes them like you more. To sum up, embracing your true self is more than just standing out. It's about feeling safe and sure of who you are. Being honest not only gets you respect, but it also makes your relationships stronger. Stay tuned as we continue to talk about strategies that will help you find yourself and become a valued presence. Remember that your authenticity is a valuable asset that shapes not only how others see you, but also how you see yourself. Stay tuned for our next strategy, which will further enhance your path to self-realization and strengthen your authentic self in all its glory. Number 2. Respect your time. Have you ever felt like you were always ready to help others but rarely found time to do something just for yourself? Let's look at why it's so important to treat your time with the utmost respect. Imagine a typical Saturday that many people can relate to. You've set aside time to do something just for yourself, like gardening, reading a long-awaited book, or just relaxing. As soon as your friends and family find out you have the day off, they start asking for help. One friend needs help moving, another needs a ride to a faraway store, and a family member needs you to watch their kids. At first, each request seems reasonable, and you want to help, but as the day goes on, even though you mean well, your personal agenda falls apart. Other people's needs have taken up all the time you had set aside for yourself and your own goals. This repeated routine not only makes other people dependent on you, but it also puts other people's needs ahead of your own. Stoic philosophers once said, "It's not that we don't have much time to live. It's that we waste a lot of it. If you know how to use it, life is long." Think about these wise words. Each hour of your day has value. Are you using it in a way that truly makes you better? Realizing how valuable your time is doesn't mean you have to be alone or refuse to help others. It just means you have to be smart about when to offer your help and when to focus on your own needs. It's about deciding if a break is good enough to put off your important personal projects. As you're about to say yes to someone's request, stop and think about whether it will really make your life better or if it will get in the way of your personal goals. Look at people who are good at managing their time and saying no to requests when they don't need to. You'll notice that they often give off an air of calm and control. They earn respect not just by being available, but also by setting clear boundaries. They don't just live life, they plan it. You can show that you value your time by doing more than just saying no. You have to recognize and respect your own worth. When you start to make conscious decisions about how you spend your time, you send a strong message to yourself and others. My time is valuable. I am worthy. Number 3. Put your health first as we move on to our next important plan. Let's talk about the important habit of self-care. Imagine a situation that may be very familiar to you. You skipped meals, worked late, and neglected your hobbies to meet the needs of others. How did you feel at the end of those days? Were you tired, frustrated, and maybe even a little angry? This is a clear sign that you're consistently putting the needs of others ahead of your own, which is a trap many of us fall into where everything and everyone else comes first, making us forget how important we are. Think about the wise words of Marcus Aurelius. Very little is needed to be happy. All you need is to change the way you think. This deep statement is at the heart of our talk about self-care, putting the focus on the fact that true happiness and health come from within, not from the constantly changing world around us. Realizing that putting your own health first isn't selfish but necessary is very important. You can only care for others well if you're healthy yourself. This should make us see self-care not as a luxury, but as an essential part of a balanced and fulfilling life. Think about the role you often play as the problem solver. The secret agent. Being the rock that other people lean on can be rewarding, but it can also make you forget how important it is to take care of your own needs. Possible causes of burnout and lowering your ability to help other people. Marcus Aurelius taught us how important it is to have internal balance. To start, ask yourself when the last time was that you did something just for fun and relaxation. It could be as simple as enjoying a favorite book, taking a quiet stroll through a park, or getting back into an interest you put down for a while. Making time for these things is not only helpful, they're necessary for your mood. Recharge your batteries and be a more involved and helpful presence in the lives of those around you. Now think about what self-care really means to you and how you can improve your balance. Take care of yourself while also fulfilling your duties to others. Talking about your journey and experiences in this area can be very healing for you and could also help others who are going through the same things. Someone might be motivated to start self-care after reading your story. Journey reinforces the idea that we need to take care of ourselves first in order to care for others well by promoting and accepting our own well-being. It's up to us to make sure that the people around us honor and respect us. Learn how to listen to others. In the busy and noisy world we live in, we often try to let's be heard. We often miss the powerful effect of just listening. In this study of Stoic teachings, we focus on a basic but often overlooked skill: listening more and speaking less. Practicing this habit can completely change the way we interact with others and improve our relationships, creating deeper connections that are based on genuine understanding. Think about a time when someone really listened to you, not just heard you out or rushed through their turn to speak. By actively interacting with your feelings and thoughts, how did that make you feel? Did it make you feel understood? This experience sums up active listening, a dynamic process that goes beyond mere silence to actively engage and connect on a deeper level. Epictetus famously said, We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This simple but profound wisdom is at the heart of our plan to improve communication. It shows how important active listening is in the way we talk to each other every day, drawing attention to how it can improve the level of our interactions. When you truly listen, you let the other person feel heard, appreciated, and respected. It's not just about processing words, it's about understanding and sharing the feelings behind them and giving them your full and undivided attention. This action goes beyond being nice. It's an important sign of awareness and self-worth. Think about how often you find yourself planning your next answer while someone else is still talking. This common habit can make us miss important details in a conversation. Active listening requires us to be fully present, to put aside our own thoughts and fully understand another person's point of view. To start using this technique in your daily life, try to pay more attention in your next talk. Listen to more than just the words. Hear the tone and feelings that are hidden behind them as well. Show that you're paying attention by nodding, asking questions to make sure you understand, and paraphrasing to make sure you do. These actions will not only help you understand better, but they will also make your relationships with other people much stronger. Now think about a recent conversation you had. Were you really listening or just waiting for your turn to talk? Think about how that conversation might have gone differently if you had been fully committed to listening. Making a promise to listen better can strengthen our relationships, broaden our views, and help us understand things better. As we continue to look at more Stoic concepts, it is important to remember how important it is to be a good listener. Let us carry this insight forward and let it improve how we interact with others and help us grow as people. By mastering the art of listening, we can get closer to living a more balanced and insightful life, which is in line with Stoicism's 5th wise teaching. Let others help you in your quest to be more valued. One tactic that doesn't get enough attention is letting other people add to our lives. Marcus Aurelius famously said that people are made to work together, just like our feet, hands, eyelids, and the rows of upper and lower teeth. This powerful comparison tells us that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a normal and important part of human interaction. Consider a recent time when you were overworked and on the verge of burnout. Imagine how different things would have been if a coworker had seen you struggling and stepped in to offer their support. How would that have made you feel supported but also valued and appreciated as a member of a cohesive team? When we let others help us, we do more than just ease our own burdens. We build a sense of community and mutual appreciation that lasts. It can be hard to accept help for more than just finishing a task, especially for people who are proud of their independence and self-sufficiency. But it's important to remember that just as you find satisfaction and meaning in helping others, your coworkers, friends, and family also value the chance to help you. Accepting help builds trust and strengthens relationships. If someone offers to help you with something, whether it's a small task or a big job, think about saying yes. By doing so, you not only give them a chance to feel useful and appreciated, but you also show that you value their help. Build a support system for each other. This network sets you up for a more connected and richer life in both your personal and professional life. By accepting help from others, we also accept lessons in humility and gratitude. We learn that no one is completely self-sufficient in our intricately connected world. Letting others contribute to our lives enriches us all. This realization is key to developing a deeper appreciation for the collective human experience and improving our personal and professional relationships as we learn more about these strategies. Remember that being valued isn't just about what you've done for yourself. It's also about how you interact and connect with other people. Creating and maintaining these relationships is a big part of becoming a more valued and respected person. Continue to look into other ways that will make it easier for us to connect, help, and grow in our communities. Number 6. Keep your cool and collected. Have you ever been through tough times when it seemed like everything was falling apart? Stoicism's advice to stay cool and collected is not only useful, it's also necessary. This way of thinking is not just a nice to have. It's necessary for getting and keeping respect in both personal and professional settings. Seneca wisely said that the best way to deal with anger is to put it off for a while. The most important thing we can do to deal with problems is to gain insight. Imagine a situation where emotions are running high, like a heated argument at a crucial project meeting or a tense moment in a family crisis. Usually, our first instinct is to act quickly, driven by how strong our emotions are. But what if you took a moment to pause, take a deep breath, and choose peace over anger? Choosing to stay calm, especially in stressful situations, not only stops things from getting worse, but it also makes you a reliable and respected person in the eyes of your family and coworkers. Adopting a calm and collected attitude doesn't mean being detached or passive. Instead, it means making a conscious decision about how to deal with the problems you face. Showing self-control is a sign of your inner strength and stability, which automatically makes other people see and value you more. The next time you find yourself in a tense or stressful situation, remember Seneca's advice. Stopping to calm down is a simple but powerful thing you can do. By making this a daily habit, we become more aware of how much our inner state can affect our outer situations. This skill in keeping your cool under pressure not only changes the immediate situation, but it also greatly improves your reputation as a calm and thoughtful person who brings clarity and reason to all interactions. It's not the chaos around us that makes us who we are, but how we handle and move through it. Learning how to stay calm not only helps us deal with problems more effectively in the present, but it also moves us closer to getting more respect and credit. This planned response to life's difficulties isn't just about surviving. It's about living through them and using each one as a chance to show how strong and calm we are. Number 7. The art of discretion. As we continue our quest to become more valuable to others, the virtue of discretion stands out as a key idea from Stoic thought. Epicus once said, "Be quiet for the most part, and if you must speak, say only what is necessary." In a few words, this sage counsel shows how important it is to think carefully about what we share about ourselves and what we choose to keep private. Imagine that you are at a social event or on social media when you feel compelled to share personal information about your life. This is when the value of self-control is most clear. It's not necessary to share everything about your life with everyone. By sharing only the important details, you create a deep and thoughtful persona that earns you respect and admiration from those around you. The practice of discretion is not based on lying or keeping things secret. Instead, it's about respecting the privacy of your personal life in a culture where oversharing is normal. The choice to keep some information. When you keep personal information private, it shows that you value depth and personal boundaries. Before sharing personal information, think about whether it's necessary for others to know or if it's a valuable part of my private world that should stay private. This reflection not only protects your personal tranquility, but also improves the regard others have for you. Choosing to be discreet teaches us to value our private lives and understand. When we practice this virtue every day, we learn more about how our revelations affect others. By carefully choosing what to share, we strengthen our presence and keep our dignity. As we move forward, let's continue to think about the power of what we withhold as well as what we reveal. This careful balancing act not only protects our personal integrity, but also raises our standing among our peers. Let's move on to our next strategy, which aims to further strengthen our ability to command respect and maintain a compelling presence. This path to self-improvement through Stoic knowledge not only makes our relationships better, but it also helps us learn more about ourselves. Number 8. Accept and value lifelong learning. The path to becoming a more respected and valued person is built with the dedication to lifelong learning and ongoing personal growth. Seneca's advice for all time. As long as you live, keep learning how to live is a powerful reminder of how important it is to keep learning and improving throughout our lives. Think of a time when you were faced with a new task that took you out of your comfort zone. It could have been taking on a new job, learning to play an instrument, or going through a big change in your life like moving to a new place. In what ways did you feel when you entered this uncharted territory? You probably went from doubt and unease at first to a deep sense of personal achievement and growth as you got through these difficulties. Having a mindset that is open to constant learning goes beyond just getting new information or skills. Fundamentally improving and changing as a person, understanding that the path to self-improvement never ends, and that every small step forward makes you a better, more respected person to really follow this plan. Do things every day that will help you learn and read books that will make you think. You can listen to podcasts that make you curious or take workshops and classes that help you learn new things. This determination not only keeps your mind sharp, but it also shows others that you want to grow as a person. People who are always trying to get better are often seen as dynamic and exciting. Your dedication to growth not only changes your own life, but it also inspires others to think about and work on their own developments. When you take on new tasks and learn from them, you not only inspire those around you, but you also help create a culture of learning and growth. Never-ending growth not only improves how others see you, but it also gives your life more meaning and purpose. Remember that starting on this path of never-ending growth opens up a world of possibilities that you might not have known about otherwise. As we continue to explore and grow, we're getting ready to introduce our next and final strategy, which promises to significantly increase your perceived value in ways that are truly impactful. Number 9. Create an air of mystery. This way of thinking, which comes from Stoic philosophy, stresses how important it is to not reveal all of our secrets at once. Instead, it tells us to create an interesting aura that naturally draws people's attention and admiration, making our interactions and relationships better by creating a sense of mystery. Think about the appeal of meeting someone who doesn't give out all of their personal information. Right away, this reluctance to reveal everything at once makes you want to know more. You are pulled to this person and want to learn more about them. This is the alluring power of mystery. By only sharing certain parts of yourself, you create an enigmatic presence that people want to explore. Having a sense of wonder doesn't mean being secretive or dishonest. Instead, it means being smart about what you share and when you share it, knowing that the less you say, the more you get. When you reveal just enough to spark curiosity but keep some details close to your chest, you make people want to interact with you more deeply and actively. To use this approach effectively, you need to provide just the right amount of information. EX. Be careful about the personal information you share, whether it's about your past, your hopes for the future, or your deepest dreams. Make your deeds more important than what you say, and let your presence pique people's interest, and when you do decide to share, do it carefully and purposefully, adding to the mysterious aura that surrounds you. This way of interacting isn't just about how other people see you, it's also about valuing your own story. By maintaining a sense of mystery, you control how your personal story unfolds to the world. This selective disclosure not only makes your social interactions more interesting, but it also makes you appreciate the parts of your life that are still yours alone. Selective sharing is a Stoic practice that not only interests and attracts others, but also gives you the power to own your story and tell it however you want. It changes how you relate to others and how you see yourself, making your interactions with the world around you richer and more complex. This is the end of our discussion today on how to increase our value through Stoic strategies. In both our personal and business lives, it's helpful to think about the core values that help us be more respected and admired. With its focus on wisdom, discipline, and self-control, Stoicism offers a strong way to develop traits that are respected and valued by everyone. By practicing these lessons, we learn that how we act and present ourselves to the world has a big effect on how others see us. By taking on these Stoic traits, we don't just react to the world, we also shape how we interact with it. Also, Stoicism teaches us that our biggest strength is not in what other people say about us, but in how resilient we are on the inside and how honestly we deal with our relationships and problems. By using these tips, we can not only make other people see us as more valuable, but we can also boost our own self-respect and happiness. Let's take what we've learned today and make a promise to follow these timeless principles. That way, we can keep building on our journey to becoming more respected, valued, and ultimately happy people. Thank you to everyone who has joined us on this journey. I really admire how committed you are to personal growth and strength. If you're watching this video, you're actually taking steps to become a more respected and valuable person. I'd love to hear from you, our valued viewers. Which of these strategies spoke to you? Is there one that you're ready to put into action? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you don't know what to say, just leave a message that says, "I deserve to be valued." That's a strong statement of your dedication to our collective journey. If you thought this video was helpful, please show your support by liking and sharing it. Your participation helps other people on their own growth paths get these important insights. Sharing what you know is a great way to make the world a better place. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel to stay in touch and continue this journey with us. Your involvement here goes beyond just watching. You help build a community that values growth, understanding, and useful knowledge. As you start to use these strategies in your everyday life, watch how they change how the world sees and values you. Every step forward is a step toward a more important and valuable life. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.